Hi, Lu, can you hear me? Looks like you are frozen.
Sorry. All right, I can hear you. Yeah, so over to you.
Okay, so Olu, yeah, thanks for the invite. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'm excited to talk more about Web3 opportunities. And I think you are in a best moment, in a great moment in Web3, in crypto. So, that presentation is not just for data analysts, but for every professional or enthusiast that want to get experience and to work in Web3 or learn more about it. So I think again, we are in a great moment to build a solid ground on Web3 and of course enjoy that bullish moment and future opportunities. So I'll share my screen right now. So, okay, can you see my screen? So I hope everybody's seeing my screen. All right, so again, I will talk more about Upwork, how Upwork was important in my career, in my Web3 journey, and share some tipping and experience, of course. After you can ask your questions, and it'll be a pleasure to answer. So, but first, just to present myself, right now I'm in Brazil. So I studied engineering in Brazil. I had some internships. I started my career working in the financial market. So in 2019, I worked for some largest companies, traditional finance companies in Brazil, like a brokerage or for an asset management company. And after that, around 2010, I started my international career. So I worked for a financial consulting firm in California called North Star. I was working for them as a Python automation specialist and data analyst. So I've been always working on the interface between finance and technology, finance and data. So that's why I'm very into Web3 and crypto. And after that, I decided I'd like to work for a full-time job. So I started my career working as a bounty hunter. In 2022, I remember Flipside, they generated a lot of bounties. So they promoted a lot of bounties for data analysts to build dashboards using their platform. I'm sure you are aware about Flipside. And I started building a portfolio. In 2022, I just told myself, oh, I'm very into Web3. I want to work full-time. And I got a full-time job. The first Web3 company that I worked for was LivePeer. I'm not sure if everybody knows LivePeer, but LivePeer is a protocol that provides a decentralized video network. So they are kind of the decentralized YouTube. So they provide crypto and blockchain to provide security to their network. Now they are called like DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure. But when I was working for them, I remember they usually didn't use that name, DePIN, but it's a DePIN protocol. And I worked for other projects as well. I worked for a Canadian startup. I was helping the team to create an AI power tool for searching on-chain data. So now that you have Dune, we can write questions in natural language, and interface will create the SQL, but our platform, we are designing to create interface. So we could ask questions in natural language, and interface would plot the chart and display beautiful tables. And after that, I worked for, currently I'm working for Net West in Austin, Texas. I'm working as a SQL specialist. It's not a Web3 company, it's a Web2 company. But nowadays, I'm working for a Web3 marketing agency, and I'm working for them. I use Upwork to get a job. So I have 2 jobs right now as a SQL specialist in Web2, and I'm also a top 3% talent at Upwork. And in this current company, this Web3 marketing agency, I'm collaborating with big protocols like Wormhole, the Bridge protocol, Summerfy, and I already built a lot of official dashboards and tools for official projects. So I built the official dashboards on Dune for Doodle, the NFT collections, one of the leading NFT collections on Ethereum, and for other GameFi. So yeah, that's my experience. That's exactly what I am so far. And I'd like to share some thoughts and my experience during our journey. So I'd like to just give it a context why we are in a great moment to build, a great moment to look for knowledge, and what the future, what can you expect of the future. So I'm sure everybody here is aware, but just to give a context, we have economic indicators that are showing a positive sign of recovery in the crypto sector. So we can see the total market cap is stopping out. You are in the all-time high for crypto market cap, and we can see now that the Federal Reserve has been cutting rates so far. So it's pretty curious how correlated are the Federal Reserve rates and the market cap for crypto. So as you can see, line red is the interest rate and line blue is the market cap. So we can see that the Fed is cutting the rate. So more liquidity is into Web3, into companies, and you are reaching every week the all-time high for crypto, and there are a lot of opportunities about that. So let me. All right, and how this can affect the market. So what is insights? Another good indicator that is a good moment to develop and to work and to look for experience and to build portfolio. I will talk about that later. So if you take a look at the crypto fundraising trend over the last 3 years in this chart here, we can see that in November 24, like actually in October 24, is the highest fundraising besides over the last, I would say 2 years, but the last one happened in June 22. So to remember 22, you're facing a bear market, the crypto winter entry after the crash, Luna, the FTX issue. So, and now we can see that we have the highest fundraising monthly last month, and November so far the numbers are good. And of course, I got this data from crypto rank, but if you look at the projects in this fundraising, I can point out that number one, blockchain infrastructure are being invested in, blockchain services, DeFi, and GameFi. Those are the top categories projects that have been raising funds. So mainly in last month in October. So we can see that things are becoming better right now. There are money, there are venture capital funds willing to invest in more risk projects again over the last 2 years. Another interesting chart I'd like to show is the monthly active developers over time. Because you can see here, we I think that's, you can see here that I think someone is talking, I'm sure. But active developers, this chart shows the active developers by month, and you can see the same trend, an increasing in developer activities over 2020, 22, and after we have a reduction. So the shark is reducing over time. But another interesting thing, we have 3 lines here. The orange one is the part-time developer, and the bro is the full-time, and the yellow is one-time developers. So as you can see, the majority of developers in Web3, in blockchain, are part-time. That's why, because most of the companies in Web3 in blockchain, they are early-stage companies. There are a lot of uncertainties surrounding those projects. So that's why there are many part-time jobs. And you can see that as something not good, but actually we have to step ahead of others and see there's a great opportunity here. So if you are now facing a good moment, everybody's optimistic, venture capital funds, institutional investors are willing to invest in crypto. And we have a lot of part-time developers, and you are far from the highest developer activity. As you can see here, there's a decrease here. So we can expect that, imagining when the companies starts going mainstream, when the DeFi companies, Web3 companies, or when traditional finance companies, traditional business start adopting Web3, adopting DeFi, testing a blockchain solution, and try to integrate with their business. But actually, that's already happening. That's happening right now. So that's why I see a great opportunity right now. So as you can see, the big ones, the leading companies are testing solution, Web3 and blockchain solution. We can mention the BlackRock, the largest brokerage firm across the world. And its CEO said some months ago that tokenization is the next step, is the future of finance. So here in Brazil, we have some initiatives with the central bank, with Chainlink, to use Chainlink platform to automate the payment using the CBDC, the Brazilian CBDC, DREX. We have great companies like Visa trying to create a platform to settle digital assets, or to settle traditional real-world assets. So we can see that, yeah, that movement is happening. So if there's no many developers in Web3, if you are far from the highest top, so that's the best moment to build a solid ground to be successful in this field, and to find great opportunities. So is another chart that you can see here. There are a lot of initiative. As you know, Chainlink is light on the real world assets and narrative, is the biggest one when it comes to real world assets narratives. So there are a lot of initiatives with asset managers, with institutional, public and private institutions across the world. So yeah, that movement is happening. That's why I'm really excited. And I think that's a big motivation for everybody, not just for data analysts, but for every professional that wants to know more about crypto, blockchain, to get familiar with that, and just to enjoy the future opportunities that will be opening in the future. I'm sure that will happen. It's happening right now. So, and what about opportunities? So about opportunities in the ecosystem, we can see in every vertical. The first one is, I think, is pretty obvious: startup scaling teams. So startup is just starting scaling teams. So more funding equal to teams expanding. So more funds, teams will expand. So there will be more open positions in crypto, Web3 and blockchain. Increase demand for insights. So the Web3 companies, and I can say because I worked for three Web3 companies, they want hire guys to analyze their product user base. They want to optimize resource allocation. They want to understand the user behavior, understand the engagement by data stored in blockchain. There are some companies also, they want to identify yield and earning opportunities. And growing interest in research and analysis. So I'm working on Upwork as well, but I have some clients out of Upwork that they request jobs every week because they need skilled professionals to develop, analyze, and research crypto projects. So many of them research companies, they want to look for great opportunities in this field. That's why right now I can identify there are a lot of jobs being requested on Upwork. For example, there are a lot of companies asking for projects, for one-time projects, or for ongoing collaboration. So there are many opportunities right now in this field. So, and why use Upwork to capitalize this trend, this uptrend or feed? So I will discuss about Upwork, but actually there are more than one platform. Feed, you can use Feed, but I prefer Upwork. I use Upwork. One point is a great starting point. So it's a good kickstart. We can build a portfolio and you can gain experience. Because let's suppose you are building projects for your portfolio, but actually that's not necessarily a real demand. But using Upwork, we can meet real demand from professionals in this field. So it's a great point to have a real experience. Of course, there's no problem with have a theoretical project on your portfolio, or just a project by yourself, just using to showcase your skills. But it's even better, and the recruiters will appreciate that if you have a real experience working for someone. So creating solution and making solution for someone in this field. Another point, I think it's the most obvious. You have a Web3 portfolio. So it's pretty nice how you can build a great portfolio with a great reputation, and you can share with your social media. And because Web3 full-time positions are fewer compared to Web2, so as you saw in that chart, most of the developers are part-time. So it's an early stage field. So there's no many jobs, and sometimes companies and people interested, they don't want to hire full-time. They want you just for a one-time project or just for a period. It can happen. It happens a lot. So it's a great opportunity to work on Web3, to start working on Web3. And flexibility in learning. So it's a great opportunity also to learn while earning extra income. And it's pretty flexible. You don't need to leave your current job. So you can continue working with your projects, and you can use that parallelly to work and to build a portfolio, to learn more about while working on Web2. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. So I'm not working full-time anymore in Web3. Right now I have two jobs, one Web2, one Web3. It can happen, but that's why it's a pretty good platform to have extra income, to learn about a new field. And it's not just for Web3. Also, I will show I will share my Upwork with you. So we can use to learn something new like AI. There are a lot of AI demand jobs, a lot of. So you can use as a tool to leverage your knowledge and your real experience with something new. And because sometimes people won't hire people that don't have experience. So how can you ground? How can you build experience from scratch if the company, the startups are looking for someone experienced? How can I build experience? So we can start with volunteer jobs, bounties, and freelance jobs for sure. It's a great kickoff. So global opportunities. Yeah, as for me, I spent 6 months in the United States, in New York. I was working there. Right now I'm in Brazil. So yeah, it's awesome to receive in a powerful fiat dollar. And right now we have the all-time high uh, in USD against real, the Brazilian currency. So yeah, it's one of the best advantage to receive your payment in dollars. And we don't have location and time zone restriction for most of jobs offer. We don't have that restriction. So that's why even if you don't have a lot of projects to do, maybe the few ones that you complete in a month, that will generate a significant amount of money because it is in dollars. And for us, that is out of the US, living in a company, living in a country with a weak currency against dollar, yeah, that's a good business. And career growth is nice because you can receive constant feedback when you are delivering your job on Upwork. Another really good thing is opportunities for ongoing collaboration on long-term positions. So I got 2 jobs. I started working on Upwork and on 2 Web3 companies, and we expanded for a long-term collaboration. So I worked for 2 companies out of Upwork. So many companies can use Upwork to find you, but they want to hire out of Upwork. So that can happen, or they can offer a long-term contract with you. So for the current Web3 company that I'm working for, the Web3 marketing agency, they found me using Upwork, but I'm working for them out of Upwork. So I received my payment in cryptocurrencies, and it's not the first one. It's my second company that I was able to get a position on Upwork, but you're working out of Upwork right now. And there are diverse options. So you're not limited to Web3 and blockchain. So that's something interesting. Again, you can see Web3 is something new. You don't have, you start finding more jobs, but the majority of the jobs are related to other topics. So you can use the Upwork to work on other stuff. The Net West as well, the company that I'm working on, Texas. I also use Upwork to get a job in Brazil, for example. So, and it's not a B3, it's a Web2 company. It's a fashion company, for example. I'm working for them as a data analyst. So that's a good example how can you use Upwork to boost your earns and to earn in a more powerful currency. And you can use for both getting a job in dollars and getting a job in Web3, and again, and build a path in Web3 again. And let's see what is the recruiter are saying about how to get a job in Web3. It's not something, I have to say, it's not something easy. So that first is a screenshot of a CEO, and this CEO, he's recruiting, he's hire engineers, researchers for their company, for their Web3 companies. And what is interesting here that he said, so if you are interested in AI, risk, Oracle, security, and on-chain data, this is for you. Priority for anyone with a portfolio of shipped work, Dune, and Flipside. So again, it's a new field. sometimes it's not easy to find a person with experience working for 40 years in blockchain crypto. That's why most of them will prioritize get people with experience, but not necessarily related to a normal job full time. But if you are able to show your skills in Web3 through portfolios, doing flip side, shift work like Upwork. Upwork is all about shift work. So you have advantage in the recruitment process because yeah, they appreciate so much real experience and people that show experience. Bobby Coburn, this one is another recruiter and he's a headhunter, and she gave some tips about how to get a full-time job in Web3. That post is for Web3 software engineer, but we can generalize for other positions in Web3 also. And tip number one: contribute to open source blockchain projects. So collaborate, learn, and showcase your skills by being part of the project that are shaping the future of Web3. Again, open source blockchain, bounties. You have to show your skills. You have to work on something real. Number two, build a portfolio showcasing your smart contract work. So a well-curated portfolio is your proof of expertise. So make it impressive and accessible to potential employers. Again, create a good portfolio addressing real case and show real experience. And stay updated. Number three, stay updated on industry news and trends. In Web3, things change fast, so keep learning, stay informed. Yeah, I'll say after at the end of in the end of the presentation that if you are well updated and build something or show your expertise in something new, you get on evidence, and that's something good. When you are in the spotlight, it can increase your chance of getting new collaborations and jobs. So now I want to show you how to create a profile on Upwork and how to send proposals to apply for jobs. So it's here, everybody's here. Nice. So this is my profile here. And when you are creating a profile, it's pretty straightforward. You just have to fill out a form, your name, with what is your experience, what you are looking for, what is your language, what are your restriction, and here's my profile. I will share with you with some stats, hours, projects, and take a look at this. So work history. So they are all projects with feedback, and real experience. Like SQL query analyst is not a Web3, it's a Web2, but we have a lot of Web3 projects here. Dune analytics dashboard, data science needed for detecting cyber attack across multiple chains. Dune analytics, again, I'm working on 2 projects. So Dune analytics wizard and Dune analytics, yeah, there are a lot of Dune requests, guys. So that's a tip, focus on Dune. So crypto blockchain analyst required. So, and you can look for jobs. So when you're looking for jobs, the Upwork will tailor the search for you based on your experience and based on your preference. So you can see some of them. So I'm data guy, so Upwork will offer data science experience. So everything related to data, Google Cloud. So what is the most interesting here is that I would say focus on Web3, but if you want to boost your experience, to get more experience, try to work on something else, because the majority of the jobs are still Web2, and that will continue for a long time. But you can see a lot of AI demand here. So that's another thing that is in the spotlight. Everybody is requiring AI solution for their business, for their products. And you can also use the search bar here. like crypto data, you'll be able to find a lot of opportunity. Crypto exchange. So AI agent built for SaaS, for centralized exchange, create a cryptocurrency trading bot developer, create a smart contract. So yeah, you have to be cautious, have to take care of, to be careful about not payment verified. These are all payment verified, but there are a lot of scam here. So have to take care to avoid the scam. So try to look for jobs with payment verified and for ID verified. And you can tailor your search based on price, job type, entry level, intermediate. I have to say, at the beginning, yeah, it's hard to get jobs, to get tasks at the beginning. So that's why I'll give you some tips of how to try to overpass that, how to deal with those challenges for beginners and newcomers on Upwork. But it's a beautiful, again, it's a beautiful platform to build a portfolio and to show that. So right now, I've been receiving a lot of demand, a lot of message asking for on-chain analysis. So, okay, let me show again here. I think that's it. Oh yeah. And when you have to apply for a job like that, you have to fill out some stuff. Let me show you pretty quick. Let's get that. So if you want to apply for a job like that, let's apply. And then we'll have to fill that, like salary, negotiation, the cover letter. Cover letter is so important. And here you can highlight your projects. So if you want to highlight your project, when you apply for that job, for example, the customers, the client will be able to see your most important projects that you're highlighting here, just to increase your chance of getting that job. Okay, let's get back here. So, and how can you stand out in your application? Because yeah, as you saw, Upwork is cool, it's a good tool to get experience from something new, on something that everybody's hyped up about it. But how can you increase your chance to get a chance? How increase your chance to get a job? So as I showed you, highlight your achievements. So you can use your bio section to write something that can capture the attention, mainly a significant accomplishment. So if you have a good experience, something short that you were able to accomplish that generated a good results and rewards in the past, you can put that on your bio. Leverage the portfolio section. Again, there's a section for portfolio on Upwork, and you can use to pin your great opportunities there. So here, so this is my portfolio. So I have a website, I have a GitHub, I have some articles written. So, and here the guys can see my other projects as well. They can click on my site and see my other projects. So this is about leveraging the portfolio section. Personalized application. So what I suggest you have a cover letter structure and like a template, but Depending on the job, you can tailor for each job. You can change some words and try to align your profile application with the job requirements. So you can get a cover letter, and you can change some words and use keywords strategically just to grab recruiters' attention, trying to match the criteria and the job requirements. So yeah, it's nice when you create some personalized application, but yeah, but that's very boring. You have to create something from scratch for every application. Oh no, just give a template and change a few things according to the job you're applying for. So in that way, I'm sure you can increase your chance in getting a job, in getting the first job on Upwork. So that's something important, how to build a good reputation, not just on Upwork, but right now I can say that I have more jobs. I've been receiving more money out of Upwork than inside Upwork. So that's why I use my Upwork, but I use my social media as well. So for capitalize on real opportunities, that's the same thing that I've been saying so far. So web3 blockchain are growing fast. So I would say that the best moment to learn and to build a solid ground is in the bear market, but you are still in the early stage. So I would say the best moment to create a solid foundation is yesterday, but you're not in yesterday anymore. So the best moment is now. So take course, take certification, and trying to become a specialist on something. That's not just for Web3, but yeah, for of course Web3. That presentation is about Web3, but for AI also, or for everything. So, but as you can see, there are a lot of great opportunities, and that opportunities will be increasing. That will be open more position in the future, while the traditional finance, the traditional market, uh, is being adopting blockchain solution. That's a great moment to build that foundation. Should when blockchain and finance and DeFi and Web3 become mainstream, you be a specialist on it. Another tip I'd say showcase your engagement. So let your network know you're involved in Web3. Use your social media, but not just use your social media to share your certification course. Everybody does that, man. Everybody shares your certification. Oh, of course, you have to do that. But more than that, create content on social media. Talk about something new. So, and you see uh, that people will reach out to you. Olu, for example, the community, I knew the community, your community, because Olu saw my post on LinkedIn, and he reached out to me. So that's a good experience. That's a good example. So yeah, create something on your LinkedIn, Twitter, create content, show your expertise in your skilled, your uh, abilities, show your abilities to others. So focus on experience first at the beginning. It's not hard to get great opportunities on Upwork. So focus on experience first. Maybe you won't earn anything or just a little bit, but try to first have experience, something to show. And after that, you start capitalizing your job and increasing your rates. So on Upwork, for example, you can see my hours is $55 per hour, but I started with 15. So that's a process. Everybody will face that. I'll have to go through that way. Experience first, and after you try to capitalize. That's how reputation is built. It's not just with one eye. And leverage your network and profile. So share your portfolio on LinkedIn, your website, and let people know you're open to freelance work or for ongoing collaboration, any collaboration, and get your feedback, ask for feedback in order to strengthen your portfolio and your abilities. So, and few things here, just some tips and hacks that I think is very important. So, explore beyond Upwork. So, as I said, most of the jobs that I worked in Web3, I use Upwork, but to find a job, but I've been working out of Upwork. So you can use Upwork, but you can use other tools, but not just freelance platform, but you can use bounties, challenge. So on my portfolio website, on my LinkedIn, I've been sharing my projects, my bounties, Flipside bounties, my doing dashboards. So try to be active, try to participate in hackathons, boot camps. So everything that will aggregate value to your journey, to your career. Leverage social media again, guy. Yeah, you have to know that is very important. You don't know, actually, I think you know, but people sometimes they don't have idea of how powerful is social media. Like, it's our personal marketing. So use to share certifications, of course, but use to convey knowledge in something that will add value to others. So use keywords in your Twitter, LinkedIn. So try to be found, creating some interesting content and stay informed. That's very interesting, stay informed. I noticed something. So when you are the first person to analyze some new in Web3, for example, in blockchain, and that thing is the spotlight, that will place you on evidence. So it's very, as you can see, there are a lot of dangerous people here, dangerous people in Web3, and things change so fast. Sometimes it's hard to keep yourself updated. But if you are discussing about something new, something that is in spotlight, something that everybody is talking about, everybody's is hyping up about it, you catch my attention. And catch my attention is to be visible for more people. More visibility, you can increase your chance of getting collaboration, jobs, opportunities in general. Another tip, maintain Web2 is stability. Again, there are a lot of volatility, there are uncertainties around this field, guys. So I suffered 2 layoffs for 2 Web3 companies. One of them, Votes, for example, I worked for Votes as a DeFi data analyst. Votes doesn't exist anymore. Votes was a derivative protocol. They needed to rebrand their company. Now they are called Array Network. They are proprietary exchange based on Arbitrum. So it's pretty common. Most of the projects that you're seeing right now, they won't exist in the future. So try to keep yourself updated and try to keep your Web2 project. So just don't leave your job to try to leave full-time job, to leave for a full-time job in Web3 and to look for Web3 time. Don't leave your job, your current job on Web2 to leave from a Web3 company unless you have some stability. So that's nice to keep a plan B, because now you are facing a bullish market. If your company that you're working for, it's a Web3 company, and they raise a lot of funds, they raise a high amount of funds, yeah, you face instability. But let's suppose that your company raised just $5 million and they are running for 6 years without having profit. We have to be alert about that. We have to be aware that even though you can face a layoff in the future, even though when uh, people are excited about it, but yeah, the bear market will appear again. The crypto sector is so cyclical, it's so volatile. So keep that in mind. So have a plan B. If you're not sure that you have stability in a Web3 job, for example, yeah, keep another job with you until you get a full-time job that you can rely on. Oh, that will bring stability. But again, it's an early stage uh, field. It's growing. Avoid scams, guys. There are a lot of scams. It's incredible. On Upwork, again, on LinkedIn, you can see fake accounts conveying and sharing some phishing, some scams, fake opportunities just to, yeah, just to get your money. And I'd say be resilient because it's not easy. You have to try. You receive a lot of no, but you have to be resilient and have a plan. So use your mind. Uh, be resilient, but it's important you have a plan. And if the plan is not working, try to change and try to look for someone helps. So I think that's it, guys. So that's exactly what I wanted to let you know. I'm very excited about that. I love Web3, so it's a pleasure to share my experience with you. I hope that you enjoyed and have asked any question about that. And that's my social media. I'll drop my link here. I have a link tree, so you can reach out to me. That's my link tree.
Okay, thank you
So
so much. Yeah. Please
that's my profile on Upwork. So just
profiles. Thank you so much. Please let's have
okay. Yeah, guy, it was a pleasure. So let me know if you have some questions about it. Again, you are in a great moment.
awesome. Thank you so much. I think we have a few ends up. Okay. Okay. If you have any question, please just raise up your hand just like I do. Use this icon here to raise up your hand so we can give you the opportunity to ask your question. And if you don't want to ask question, you can just if you don't want to use the mic, you can just drop it in the chat box. All right. You have a question, just raise up your hand. One. Okay, I can see Daniel. Daniel, you can go ahead to ask your question.
Yes, hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. Thank you.
All right. So, thank you very much for this session. I've been looking forward to it, and I'm so grateful to be here. I've learned a whole lot. So, thank you very much. Let me just go straight to it. My question really centers around getting a job on Upwork. I've been on the platform for about 4 months, and I'm a data analyst web 2, right? And I've not been able to get a job. I've submitted proposals on different levels for different jobs. And for some reason, I've not been able to get at least my first job, and I've been there for about 4 months. So my question to you now is, with the experience that you have, what do you think I should do that would help me at least get my first job, and then also help me continue getting jobs at a consistent basis? Because that has been the biggest problem for me. I'm a data analyst and I've not been able to get a single job yet. Thank you very much.
Yeah, That's a good question, Daniel. I faced that as well when I was starting on Upwork. Yeah, it's the most hardest. Yeah, it's the hardest part is the beginning to get the first job for sure. I would say that if you try to use low rates, but even just for try to apply for many jobs with low rates sometimes, or try to specialize on something because again, there are a lot of competition on Upwork. But for example, let's suppose that you notice there are people looking for analysts for the health sector or for finance. So try to specialize and tailor your application, uh, targeting finance position, targeting finance experience. So it can help with that. That's one tip. Keep a low rate just to have the first opportunities. Um, so yeah, I would say that um, that's my tip for you. So tailor your application, try to specialize on something that you can see that uh, it's surging on Upwork. So for example, for Web3, I know there are a lot of crypto tasks right now. So that's why I was specializing on crypto. And I just wanted to have the first opportunity. So I tried to use a low rate, charge a cheap rate just to get the first experience. So, and I will try to tailor my application. So get the cover letter, change the keywords, just to increase my chance. It's not easy, I have to say. It's not easy. And another thing I would say, try to leverage your portfolio section. So if you are having some difficulties of getting the first job on Upwork, try to show more jobs or show your projects, your portfolio in your section. So in your profile, just to increase the chance of getting the job. So and and the rest is just to try to apply many times until you get the first one. But I'd say that specialize on something, show your portfolios on your section, on your profile, trying to stand out with your experience that you have, I'm sure you have, and try to tailor your application for that job. And explore something out of Upwork. You can use the feed, you can use other platforms as well. And also you are getting more experience in other platforms. You can use those opportunities to showcase on Upwork, or vice versa. You can use that in other platforms also. So I hope I answered your question.
Oh yes, oh yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. There's a question. There are two questions for you in the chat session. Noble said, "How do you handle contest switch between different jobs and also upskilling yourself?"
Yeah, yeah. I'll say uh, try to keep yourself up to date on something, updating on the jobs. So um, yeah, switch between the different jobs and also upskilling myself. Yeah, I think that you have to be resilient and you have to try to keep yourself updated in order to be able to accomplish your jobs. I think if you want to be you have to be a well organized person. So try to allocate your time efficiently. Uh, Try to showcase your skills. Um, just to be sure that will be a next job, a next opportunity, and also have the job. Try to share on your social media. So in that case, you can at least show that you are working on something, and more jobs will show for you. So yeah, I would say that. So be organized. Try to allocate your time efficiently. Try to deliver something with quality, and try to share your expertise in order to get more jobs. And yeah, because you can switch between different jobs if you have more than one. So the first you have to ensure you are getting a next one, and or two at the same time. And after that, you have to try to be resilient and organize your time to be able to make it. It might make sense.
Okay. Thank you so much. Then we have another question from Gloria. It says, what kind of project gets you noticed by recruiters?
From Gloria, what kind of projects get noticed by recruiters? That one?
Did you
Is
get
that
the
one?
question?
No. What is the question? Is from
The
Gloria?
question is, what kind of project gets you noticed by recruiters? Like, what project did you do that
Oh yeah.
was that attracted the attention of recruiters?
Mhm. Yeah. For the last jobs, I would say my Dune profile. My Dune profile was responsible for getting a lot of Web3 opportunities. So sharing that on my LinkedIn and Twitter, that captured some attention, and sharing that on my Upwork. So as you saw, my Upwork, I'd say that 60% of the job is about Dune. So I think Dune, bounties, and if I won some prize in data science competitions, that things, real things. So that can capture attention of recruiters. So of course, you depend on what kind of job you're looking for. I'm looking for more crypto research and data analyst positions in Web3 or opportunities. So I'll be sharing something that will meet their criteria, their job requirements. In that case, it's something related to crypto, articles, Dune profile, and so on. There's another question here. How to handle DeFi jargon when you are not from finance domain? Some things just don't make sense while following tutorials, like Dune tutorials on their channel, and good, but still too much DeFi jargon. Yeah, I agree with you. That's why when I'm teaching people how to use Dune or how to use analytics for DeFi, the first thing I would say, you have to be familiar with DeFi. You have to be familiar with the main principles and foundation in DeFi. That's why I suggest a course from Coursera. I think it's called DeFi, the Future of Finance. It's a really good course to get familiar with the principles and mechanism in DeFi, like DeFi protocols, lending protocols, DEX, and tech knowledge, like what is a proof of work, what kind of blockchain we have. So what is the principle and foundation in crypto and DeFi? So I think for us to have to, it's not just to be try to be an analyst because you have data skills, but the first thing is to understand the business. One of the most important part of being an analyst, not just for DeFi, is understand the business very well. So you have to be passionate about it. So try to get familiar with the mechanism. Maybe take a course about DeFi to learn about the jargon. And after that, yeah, you'll be able to follow up and to understand the tutorials on Dune or on something else. That's it. Are there more questions? And yeah, and again, guys, thanks so much for your time. You can reach out to me by my LinkedIn. And if you have some questions, you can drop your questions on my LinkedIn. I'll be glad to help you. So Lou, you're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I was stopped up on my network. All right, so thank you so much for your time. We really do appreciate, guys. Okay, someone just dropped the link of the course that Rodolphe mentioned, so you can sign up, apply, get yourself familiar. More importantly, this session is organized by Analytics Sage. And at Analytics Sage, we are focused on, we are an innovative edutech platform and aimed at breaking down complex Web3 and blockchain data analysis problems. So our platform is designed for both beginners and seasoned professionals, providing a comprehensive and engaging learning experience that bridge the gap between theoretical principles and practical applications. So we have cohort focused training sessions. So in this case here, we get to help you understand DeFi, understand how crypto works, all right, and then how to make sense of the data, right? So like the other persons asked, we get to help you to bridge that gap between the knowledge gap between having to knowing how to use your either SQL and all, and understanding crypto and blockchain terminologies and how they apply, to data analysis. So that is what we do. And then we have our community on WhatsApp. Join our community. We have our YouTube channel. That is where this video will be going to once we are done. We also have our Twitter page, our X page at Analytics Sage. All right. Please do well to join the community, sign up, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on X, and we are here to give you the best. Also, thank you so much for Rodolfo. Please let's appreciate our facilitator for today, because he's a very busy person. Of course, you can see that he has a lot on his desk, but he has made this time out, to share it with us. That's a lot. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Lou.
much.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, and he has also dropped his link tree. I'm going to post it again. Should anyone who is just joining us, so we can follow him on Twitter, follow him on LinkedIn. You can connect with him. Yeah, and then check out his Upwork page. Maybe when you are building yours, you can model what he does. Not copy exactly what he's doing, but yeah, you can get a glimpse from it. So thank you so much, Mr. Rodolfo. We are going to call this a day, and we appreciate. All right. Someone is who is City, um, who is City All dropping an email. Okay, I'm not sure we know this person, so also you want to be careful. I'm not sure I know this person. All right, so thank you so much, Mr. Rodolfo. Thank you everyone for joining, and do have a great time ahead. And I love to see us getting to build our Upwork page and then um, making a living from it. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, guys. It was a pleasure. Have a have a great day.
Yeah.